Hey there, and welcome back to Unlocking Universal. Holly here, your Universal coach. Today we're pausing our Planning 101 series and talking about why this spring, 2025, is the perfect time to plan your Universal Orlando spring break getaway. And spoiler alert, it's all about saving big while making your trip feel as easy and stress-free as possible. Universal Orlando has pulled out all the stops this year, even offering deals that we've never seen before. Why? Two words: Epic Universe. But you might be sitting there saying, but Holly, Epic Universe doesn't open until May 22nd, and that's almost not even spring anymore. And you would be correct. But these deals are so epic because Universal is really wanting to entice people to come down before Epic opens. We all want to see the new hotness. I know. So many people have put off traveling even this past fall and into the spring because they're waiting for Epic to open. That Universal is kind of, I don't want to use the word desperate, but they are really wanting to entice people to come on down and see all the amazing stuff that's already there before Epic opens. And let me tell you, there are some really solid reasons to put off waiting for Epic and come on down now this spring. So for me, I would break it down into two big reasons that I wouldn't necessarily put off a trip just to be down here at the beginning when Epic opens. And I know it sounds ludicrous. I get it. But just hear me out. So the one of the biggest reasons, well, there's two, so they're 50-50, is that we can't purchase standalone tickets for Epic Universe. You have to purchase a package that includes admission to the parks on the North Campus. Now remember, y'all are smarter than most of our Universal fans out there. You know that there's a difference between the North Campus and now Epic Universe is going to be at the South Campus. And when we buy one of those packages, whether it's 3 days or 7 days, whatever it is, guess how many days you get to spend at Epic? One. You get 1 day. Now you could buy multiple packages, but now we have to revert to that whole thing that we all know, that the more days you add onto a package, the cost per day goes down, right? So if you do, say, a 3-day package and then you do another 3-day package, you're starting over at square one. So the cost per day is going to be higher than if you did one 6-day package, for example. But you would only get 1 day at Epic. So you'd have to buy those 2 packages if you wanted 2 days. Epic Universe, the footprint for Epic Universe is larger than if you combine Universal Studios and Island of Adventure. Now, it's not all fleshed out yet. There are expansion sites, but this is a very, very large park. So is 1 day going to be enough for you? That's a really legitimate question you need to ask yourself. Are you going to be satisfied being able to go 1 day? Or would you maybe want to wait it out a little bit until you can get multiple days in a package? Or you could buy standalone tickets just for Universal's Epic Universe. Okay. I know it sounds mean, but it's how Universal is going about ensuring that it's fair because, everybody wants to see Epic. I know that I'm so super excited for it. But most importantly, Universal wants to make sure that that experience is, well, epic, right? So this is how they're managing crowds for the foreseeable future. Now we have the ability to book these packages now through the end of 2025. So as far as we can tell, now things could change. Could they change? Of course, they can always change because, I don't work for Universal. I don't know. And they don't even know yet. I bet they don't even have an idea. But the expectation is that between now and at least the end of 2025, for every package you buy, you're only going to get 1 day at Epic. And it's not going to be enough, y'all. It's not going to be enough. You're going to have to pick and choose. It's going to be like heart wrenching. It's like, which child do you like better type stuff. So, that's a big thing. That's something to really consider. Now, secondly, I make it a point to not be one of those people that seem to enjoy bashing what they claim to love. I don't get that. I don't see the point. And let's be real, because I'm always going to keep it real for you. There are bound to be kinks, we'll call them kinks, that need to be worked out. It's inevitable. Epic Universe is a state of the art, technologically advanced park that is nothing like any of us have ever seen before, and nothing like Universal Destinations and Experiences has attempted before. So why not let them work out those kinks? Give them the time. Let the team members get used to their shiny new roles so that they can give even better service, because they want to. We all deserve a little grace, and the amazing team members, the creative, everybody that works for Universal Destinations and Experiences, everyone that's working on Epic, in Epic, they're not excluded from that. We don't need to go in there on day one and tear them apart because something doesn't go as planned. I mean, it's kind of to be expected, right? I mean, would it be great if we walked in there and everything was absolutely perfect? Great. But, seriously, what do you think the likelihood is that? And that's not a bash on Universal, because that I just absolutely, I'm all about Universal, right? That's why we're here, because I want to help you guys learn all the things so that you can see it the way I see it. Well, maybe close to the way I see it. I don't know. I might be a little bit out there, but anyway, Epic Universe is going to be great. We know that. That's not debatable. From May 22nd on, it's going to be here to stay, and it's only going to improve over time. That's just how these things work. The reality is, and I've said this for the past 6 months or so, that opening day and opening year, the rest of 2025, it's almost like an extended soft opening. And that's why we have, the restrictions on the entry, the ticket restrictions, and, this kind of harsh, if you want to say harsh, but, the more extreme crowd management. This is not going to resemble what the normal for it is going to be once, things settle down. It's not going to resemble the time or the experience you're going to have after they get all their bearings and make the necessary changes and upgrades, and things are going to have to be tweaked and all that. It's not going to look like it, by a long shot. And we wouldn't want it to, right? We don't want them to go, oh, yep, here it is. Oh, well, take it. Good, bad, ugly, whatever. No, they're not going to do that, because that's not how they roll. It's going to get better and better and better. So I guess we have to say, is it my priority to be first? Which, I mean, there is a wicked coolness factor there, okay? There totally is. Or because it's a large investment. It's an investment of money, an investment in time. If we're bringing family or friends with us, there's a lot at stake, right? So maybe we would rather have a higher level, more complete experience. Just something to consider. Well, plus in the weather in the spring, it's the best, before the humidity and all the swampiness sets in. I get it either way. But if I wasn't a local, and this wasn't my life, I would think really hard on it, because with the kind of deals that I'm going to tell you about, the promotions and everything that are happening right now, you bet your butt I can totally travel math this baby into 2 trips. I'd be like, hey, Brian, we're saving so much by going now in the spring instead of, going in like June or July or September. We could probably come back at the end of the year, or maybe come again next spring. That's what I'm going to do, because I want as much time as I can, and which, that's why we moved down here. But most people don't live down here, and you really have to weigh out, your time and your values. This spring has got some amazing values. So I just want to share with you these promotions and discounts and deals and everything that are happening right now, so that you can envision why I'm so excited about this. Okay, we're going to dive right into the deep end, because I can't wait any longer to tell you about this dining card promotion. This is the first time Universal Orlando has offered anything like this, and it could totally be a vacation game changer. Trust me, this one, it's huge. I mean, if you're like most people, food costs tend to sneak up on you during vacations. I mean, all the time, really, right? But during vacations, I should probably rephrase that and say that dining costs sneak up on you and then they knock you for a loop. But with this promotion, you can budget ahead and avoid letting future you worry about it, and then come home to a love letter from your credit card company. Plus, you're going to enjoy the freedom to try some of Universal's amazing food and snacks without worrying about every penny. We've got Mardi Gras going on from February 1st to March 30th. There's some amazing offerings coming out for that. You can pick and choose and try all kinds of stuff. And I mean, who doesn't want a crepe or a butterbeer on demand, right? So, how does it work? For all stays, 4 nights or more at a Universal hotel, you're going to receive a dining card that's loaded with money for you to spend on food and drinks, even the adult kinds, in the parks, the hotels, and City Walk. So the value breakdown per night is like this. So a 4 night stay at one of our OG3 is going to net you $800 on a dining card. You stay 5 nights, you're going to get $1,000. $1,000, that is the maximum. I mean, what could you do with $1,000 if you're there for 5 nights? I mean, if you're there, you're coming in on day one, that's night one, right? And then you're in the parks for a few days, and then you've got your checkout day. So you've got about, 4 days in the parks or whatnot. That's $250 that you can spend on whatever you want. Now, the only restrictions are and I know here's go, oh, here we go. Here's the restrictions. There are, I was going to say 3, there are 4 restrictions really. You can't use it at Beachay, which is at Portofino Bay. That's the very upscale, like it's very frou-frou. It's very nice. That's like a serious date night, gonna ask somebody to marry you type restaurant. You can't use it at the Palm restaurant, which is the, nice dining restaurant over at Hard Rock. You can't use it at Blondie's, which is in Islands of Adventure. And I don't know, that's strange. It's probably not owned or operated by Universal. And the fourth thing is you can't use it to order to your room pizza delivery. But that's fine because it's fine. The pizza delivery is fine. It's probably better than what you would expect, but just stop by that Red Oven brick pizza on your way out through City Walk, and that's decent pizza. So it doesn't matter. So those are the only restrictions. You can use it at, the Mardi Gras kiosk. You can use it at all the restaurants. You can stop into Finnegan's for drinks. You can have as many crepes as you want. All that. It's fantastic. And if you're going to stay at Sapphire Falls or Cabana Bay for 4 nights, you're going to get $500. For 5 nights, you're going to get $600. It's so silly because the value breakdown per night is, either $50, $75, $125, or $150, but you only get it on a 4-night or 5-night stay. So we'll just talk about what that means. Aventura, Stella Nova, or Terra Luna is going to get you $400 for 4 nights, $500 for 5 nights. And over at Endless Summer, you're going to get either $300 for 4 nights or $400 for 5 nights. So, I mean, even at those hotels, this is where we got to put our travel math hats on and figure out what is the best value. But even the lowest here is still an excellent, excellent deal. So yeah, it's great. I think it's great. My guests think it's great. It's essentially Universal's answer to a dining plan, giving you the flexibility and the peace of mind without the rules that go along with like actual dining plans that you may be familiar with or not. Usually dining plans have some strict rules like what you can order, per meal and different things, how many meals you get, what type of meals you get. But that doesn't apply here. This is just a dining and beverage card that you can use for whatever you want, right? Even those adult bevies. This promo can make your vacation feel really all-inclusive. When you don't have to nickel and dime every meal, snack, drink, especially if you got the kids with you and people are getting hangry and all that, you're going to be free to actually enjoy your experience all that much more. Every day of your trip kind of becomes a yes day. Do you ever do those yes days? My kids love those yes days, but they're getting older. So those yes days are becoming less because they're more expensive. But so what do you need to know about this one? This one, it's important to know that you need to book it by March 31st. And your travel has to begin by April 3rd. So with Easter coming late this year, you're going to, it's not going to include that time period. But this one is totally worth jumping on. Next up is Universal's, classic bundle and save promo. This one is kind of always around, although it may take different forms depending on, the time of year and, different variables and whatnot. Basically, bundling, if you bundle tickets and hotels into a package, you're going to save money. You can save up to $300 on a 7-night stay when you bundle your hotel and tickets. Shorter stays still get discounts too. So there's value there for everyone in all lengths of vacation packages. Why it's great. This promo stacks with most offers that include hotel and tickets. It even stacks with hotel discounts. So if you stay longer, you're going to save a little more each night percentage wise, and ticket discounts, which we're going to talk about some ticket promos here in a second. So you could have a discount on your hotel, a discount on your ticket, or get something free on your tickets. And then you can turn around and get that bundle and save discount as well. It's amazing. And it does vary. And this is where your travel professional really needs to step in, because I will say that Universal's individual products, because they give us so much flexibility, they can be confusing. It's like Uncle Ben says, with great power comes great responsibility. But to get the best deal that's for you, it is really nice to have someone that really knows what they're talking about. It's a really good one. I love this. I love that I don't want to say it's evergreen, because the variables change, and depending on which package you're putting it with, it's the amount you're going to save can change. But it's just a really nice one. I appreciate Universal for having this discount for us. And speaking of tickets, right now you can get 2 days totally free when you buy a 2-park 2-day ticket. The third promotion is specific to the 2 newest hotels that are opening this spring at Universal Orlando and the South Campus, Stella Nova and Terra Luna hotels. Now, as of this recording, Stella Nova is officially opening tomorrow, January 21st. So that is so exciting. They've already had some previews. The place is looking great. It's pretty neat. It's just sleek and lovely. And I can't wait to get over there myself, which I will be doing soon. But if you want to be among the first, Universal is offering a discount of up to 30% on stays 4 nights or more. The travel dates for this is going to be between January 21st, which is, because that's when Stella Nova opens. Terra Luna doesn't open until March 25th if you're interested in staying there. Now, they're very much the same. They're sister hotels. They're just slightly different in their theming, and it's just slightly different in their theming and the pools and stuff. But, Universal wants to give people a chance to get in there and see them and see if they like them. The hotels are part of the Epic Universe expansion, of course, which means you're going to be staying right over by Epic Universe. And even though it's not open yet during this promotional period, you're going to get some peeks, right? I've seen some pictures taken out of the windows of Stella Nova, of the lights being tested over in Dark Universe, and oh my goodness, it sends chills. Me, I could not be more excited about this. But it is literally the closest that you can get to Epic Universe. So that's really cool and kind of a unique offering. Next up is for my fellow Floridians. You've got some sweet deals to look forward to as well, my friends. Universal graciously extends special discounts to Florida residents. And right now, along with the normal discounts that they would get, or the expected, I shouldn't say normal, because, nothing is normal, right? Because they could change all the time. But the expected discounts on, hotels, Florida residents can take advantage of a stay at Stella Luna or Terra Nova when it opens for, from like $159 a night, which is really cool. Yeah, that's what the official word says, but I was just checking it out, and I can see Florida resident rates as low as $109 a night for the standard view and $113 a night for the pool view, because those are the only 2 room types they have other than the accessible rooms. But they just have rooms that accommodate 4 people. We don't have any like 2-bedroom suites or anything like that at either Stella Nova or Terra Luna. Right now, Universal is offering a Mardi Gras ticket promotion where you buy a day and get 2 extra days for free. Those are good through April the 30th. So that's 3 days for the price of 1. And they have another one. Now, tell me if I'm crazy, but, and I may be. That goes without saying, right? But there is a ticket right now that is called a 2-park, 1-day park to park. We always do park to park, right? plus 1 day at Volcano Bay, which is like over a $90 value. Why is it not just called a 3 park? Whatever. But that's usually because if you're going to just do a 1 day ticket, you can't get Volcano Bay included. So that's how they added it on there. But that's neat. So if you're a Florida resident and you want to come down for 3 days, you can add Volcano Bay for free along with those 2 days that you're getting for free, paying for 1 day. The numbers work on these. I know, Florida resident or non-Florida resident, these discounts, I have played with them extensively because, like you, I mean, I am one of you. I'm just one of you that doesn't know when to quit. I have to do Universal all the time. I want to look at the discounts and say, is it really a discount? Are they jacking these prices up just so it can look like a discount? It's not happening here. These numbers compared to packages and stuff without these numbers, these are excellent deals. The numbers math, y'all. The numbers math. I don't want to say I wish I wasn't a Florida resident, but if I was still living up in Atlanta, I would be ecstatic about the ability to take advantage of these, and even not the Florida resident discounts, of course, but the other discounts. It's mind-boggling that there's so much so good right now. So back to my Florida friends. I'm so sorry. I'm so excited, you guys. These Florida offers are worth taking advantage of. And yes, they stack with the other savings. Now that Florida buy 1 day, get 2 free is good all the way till the end of April, even though it is called a Mardi Gras ticket. Mardi Gras ends March 30th. So just kind of keep that in mind. Just, it can be a little confusing, but that's just what they decided to call it. But it is good until the end of April. So these are some promotions that you really don't want to sleep on. Well, because they are time sensitive. I mean, duh, Holly, right? But it's also because they're a major win for savvy planners, because these discounts, like I said, they math out. They're legit. These are good deals. Universal really wants to fill these rooms up this spring. It's not that they don't want you waiting and coming down to Epic. Obviously, that's not the case. But because it is business, right? We get to take advantage of when the numbers aren't where they want them. So they're trying to bolster those numbers. Hence, we get all these beautiful deals. As a fan, I could not be more excited about the possibilities for saving this spring. And as a travel planner, I'm also excited about it because I like saving you money. I like helping you get the best value so you can have the best time. And I know it's not all about the money, but I mean, it is definitely a part of it. The more you can save, the more you can either just save and you have a lower price vacation, or the more you can do, some extra cool things. Maybe you want to do a VIP tour. Maybe you want to, stay a little longer and just hang out and enjoy your hotel, because you don't have to worry about a massive dining bill once you get home. It's super unique to this year too. This is not, oh, it's just spring and we're going to see the same thing next year. I mean, obviously I have my finger on the pulse when it comes to discounts and promotions because I work with this stuff every day. But this year I am totally blown away by how many promos are running simultaneously and reaching all different types of guests. There's something for everyone this year, whether you're just staying, a brief stay and you want to keep it, on the, lowest cost as you possibly can, to someone who wants to stay, more of a higher end stay and do everything. There is room for all of us. And I just love it. Universal is making it easier than ever to enjoy a spring break trip that doesn't break the bank. And I can get on board with that. And since some of these are first time offers, we haven't seen them before, they may not ever be back. And I would be inclined to think that, next spring is not going to be the same, because Epic will have been open going on a year for spring break next year. They're going to have all their kinks worked out. So this is a perfect storm of availability and promotional discounts and, the waiting for Epic Universe, and all that is swirling together to make, like a vortex of opportunity. So that's it for today, friends. This spring is shaping up to be one of the best times to visit Universal Orlando, especially if you're looking to save big while enjoying an all-inclusive vibe. If you enjoyed this episode, please feel free to follow or subscribe, depending on where you're listening or watching, and share it with your fellow Universal fans or someone you're trying to get to go to Universal with you. I'd love it if you left a review. Leave me a glowing review and I'll make sure you catch the most beads at the next Mardi Gras parade. If you're ready to plan your Universal adventure, reach out to me or another of our Rockstar agents at the Magic for Less Travel. Links are in the description. Thanks for listening, and I will see you in the next episode of Unlocking Universal. You know the drill. Get out of here and go do something nice for someone. You have to purchase a package. You have to purchase a package. Let me try to get that out. Dang it, what is that word?